Hi, Ronnie. Um, First of all, I've added a button to the bottom here, return to main gallery. And if that button's okay, I'll just quickly show you how that was made. I'll just make another one on the next one so that and just rinse and repeat. All right, so on the Sydney paintings, just going to edit this page and come down here to under this quote, and I'll just add in a new widget. I'll add in a button widget and return to main gallery and set the URL, the gallery page. That's all you need to do there. And I've chosen style modern, round, blue, normal size, center, and that's it. One last thing, just apply a little bit of space below it. I've gone with 10% space of padding and update that. And now when we view the page, we'll see that. Now, one more thing as well, just to make this task a little bit easier. I know we like to use these templates, and so what I'm going to do is go into these template library and I'm trying to. I want to delete it. There we go. Great. Delete surrealism. And now I want to add this as surrealism to update the button that we put in. So if you use this as a template again, you'll have the new button in place. Okay. Now update that and view the page. So the button's been put in on surrealism and Sydney, and if you wouldn't mind doing the rest. Oh, where's the night paintings picture gone? I'll just fix that up. This is probably what your question was about how to make it square. Right, because this image is not square. It would be like 1200 by 1200 if it was square. So I'm just going to grab this image and I'm using my Adobe tools. What tools do you use to edit photos? What tools are you using? Okay, so just look for that night painting again, or a night painting. Try and find that one that you were using. Oh, sorry, just a sec. I'm just looking for that night painting. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the tool I use is Photoshop. I just press C. You can got the cropping tool there, and once it's cropped as a square, you can see I can select all the different ratios, but that's set to a square, and then I can just simply output it. And I'll just put this here so you can see it. So I'm going with 1080 by 1080 because I figure you might want to use these again for Instagram or something. I just kind of work with Instagram settings when I go with square, so it's consistent. website images, square images. Alright, and then into the website, just upload that picture that I made. Set that in there, save changes. Now that'll be a square image. Now it's got a link as well, so I'm just going to copy that link so that it's the same, and make sure that this picture links to the gallery. Oh, and it has to be full size. Glad I had to come back there. Oh, and it's already got the custom link. Alright, great. So update and view the page, and there's the square night painting. Now, look, I'll just quickly do that one for you. Works in progress. But just let me know, like, what photo editing software are you using, and also what browsing software. See, this is a photo browser type software, which is useful to try and organise photos. Was that the one? Or was it... Yeah. Actually, I better show you how you can download from the web as well. Okay, so this photo, whoops, works in progress. I'm going to leave that open. I'm just going to go here to the media library. Okay, I'm assuming you've just uploaded this recently. Oh, there it is. Alright, so there's the actual URL for that image, okay? So if I open up a new window and paste it in there, I've got that image. And so I can just save that in there. And then open that up in Photoshop. Got my square frame set on crop. And, oh, look, okay, I'll try and make it the same as before. It's low res, and usually you don't scale up. But when I do scale up, I use a little bit of a program to try and reduce the noise. You can do this in Photoshop. I've got like heaps of like extra plug-in apps. Like you can see the before and after on balanced. Or now I'm losing the texture on your painting there. That's probably a good balance. I'll apply that. It's a big difference. I know you want to see that texture in the painting, so what I'm going to do is step backwards, put that over the top there, and I'll just show you what I'm doing. Whoops. Not overlay, sorry. I want luminosity. And then yeah, that's a good halfway point. Turn it on and off, on and off. That's not so harsh there. You can still see the texture. Now, you can still see the texture, and I'll save that at 1080. That's pretty good upscaling. Unknowable landscape, save that. Okay, so back to the browser. Go away, go away. Edit this page, works in progress. And just swap that out. Alright, and Yeah, that's set to full. Center. Alright. Look, I can see a bit of an error here. You've really, in the world of design slash coding, these little things can be very hard to spot. So you put in a double slash, and I can see that there's just a placeholder for where you want to go. But be aware, URLs never have spaces in them, okay? So what you want to do now, I can see what you're trying to do, and we want to create a page called View Works in Progress. I'm just going to make sure that you haven't already done that page and tried to link it up. I'll just look to see if you've done a page called Works in Progress. No, you haven't. Okay, that's good. I'll just make a new one. So I'll just make a new... Oh, I didn't mean a new post. I meant a new page. Okay, new page called View Works in Progress. I think we're going to have consistency here with just starting off with the capital. I think that's what we're going to do. I can't remember. Anyway, here's the new page. The back-end editor. Click on templates. Here's the new Surrealism template that I made. You know how to do the rest, so I'll leave that to you. So I'm just going to add that. If it decides it's going to work for me. Not sure why that's not working. I'll just press publish. Oh, it wasn't working. Internet connectivity. See how that slowed down? So it wasn't working just because like it wasn't connecting to the internet. So I'll just wait until my internet decides that it's ready. And I can see that I've got another window you can't see. I can see the activity on the internet's just gone dead. So yeah, that's inner West Sydney living for you. We haven't got NBN yet either. Alright, here we go. Back in progress. God, I can't even remember where we're up to now. Alright, yeah, I remember. We're going to add that template. When this reflushes, there we go. Alright, so I could add a template this way too. Press that. And there it goes. And you know how to edit the rest, alright? And don't forget to put in a featured image as well. In fact, what we could do for the featured image, it doesn't need to be square, so you could use that one. Press update. View the page. So you can update the text to works in progress, update the pictures, and see how it's got the button now? Okay, so you've just got to add the button to these other ones. You know how to do that now. Alright, so now here's the next thing. Can I add to the top menu banner? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But I'm thinking not. Because I keep looking at this and just thinking, I love how that sits there. Obviously, no one else sees this other black bar except for us. So this would be at the top up here, the Ronald John Neal. And then you've got your menu. And then you've got your socials, all right? Now, remembering that this is within a boxed layout. So your margin's about there and about there. We could add another box in here or something. Or we could make this smaller and put some more words in here. And instead of artist bio, we could just have bio, for instance, and have bio, reviews, and journal. But I'm not going to add that yet until we've actually got those pages, because remembering this is live now. So whatever changes we do, people see. But of course we can build pages in the background that other people don't see until they're ready, and then we can add them to the menu. Now I'll just explain a bit about this menu and how it's set up. Or we should call it the header. My apologies. The whole thing here is called a header. And you can add stuff in here. Actually, this is I'm so glad I used this theme because it's so flexible. It's called Ultimatum. And we've created a child theme here called Star Night. And when you go to the templates, it's different from a lot of other themes in the way that you edit it. You can edit the CSS directly here, which is the font and the colors and stuff like that. And you can edit the layouts here. And so there's a few different layouts going on. And here's the header layout. So we can edit that. And you can see here's the logo, here's the menu, and remembering that you edit the menu here for what appears in that menu. This just calls that from what you have set up in here, okay? And then there's the social widget menu, which has got the Facebook and what have you, all right? So when it's time to add new stuff into there, this is what we've got to do. And it's probably best if I handle this because it's a little bit trickier. I mean, you can edit stuff, like I say, you can edit the menu directly from here, but then we'd have to edit the size of the fonts. And again, that would be coming back to the templates here and going into the CSS here. This is all stuff that I probably should handle, okay? So when we're ready to change that, we should. But for now, I think this works well. And we should just keep working on getting those categories in place, and when they're ready, adding them in here into the menu, okay? And then when you've got the journal ready, then we can add that in. And same with the reviews. When you've got that ready, we can add that in. Now, I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to go back to the email. So how do I link each home widget category back into the gallery? So I think we've handled that. How do I get a consistent single image size on them and ensure that when they click, the viewer sees the full painting image? Now, I think we've covered that, haven't we? Like, how do you get the consistent image? Well, when it comes to these category items, they all have to be square for that to be consistent. And note that we'd have to I'd have to update this page as well. Yeah, so edit this page. And works in progress. Just update this. So just update to that new photo that I put in, that square. You can see it's square, 1080 by 1080. And view that page. Now, alright, so when you click on that, that takes us to the works in progress page. But of course, that link's wrong. We've just got to fix that. So I'll just remind myself what the new link is. So, computer, help me here. What was it? Works in progress. Oh, computer, you're not going to help me? Was it this? I'm just going to guess. Oh, gosh, damn. Alright. Okay, so WP admin. I don't know why the bar didn't appear there, so I just typed that in to go back in. And what was that page I just created? Or did I not? Maybe I didn't press update. No, just a sec. Alright. Oh, view works in progress. Okay, so view page. Yeah, view works in progress. I thought the computer would have remembered that for me. No, it would have if I typed in V. Alright, here we go. So, put that link in there. Also update this one. Put that link in there. Update that. We'll also need to update the home page because that's got, has that got works in progress? Oh no, we don't have works in progress there. It's only in visit the gallery. Okay, so works in progress. So now it takes us to this page which you need to update. Yeah? Alright. And then your next question was, full size painting image. Yeah, they need to click on this. to see the full size. They need to click on that there. That's the current light box that we've got. There's all sorts of different light boxes, but I quite like this light box. Maybe there's some more settings for that light box. Let's have a quick squiz. What's it called? Where is it? Let's have a look in plugins. Look, updates needed already. It's never ending. Okay, so it's built into the gallery itself. Yeah. So I don't think we can actually do settings for the way that is. We could change the light box though. There's different light boxes available on WordPress, all with their pros and cons. That's a whole nother subject, choosing the proper plugins. It's hard to get the mix right. Let's just have a look at these. See if we can update all of this while we're here. May as well. When you do that, make sure that you keep that window open until it's gone through. And yep, that's all great. Okay, that's all updated. Now, I'll just check this. Yeah, that's updated as well. Ultimate add-on. Alright. Looks like that's as much as we can update for now. Let's just have another look at the page. Okay, so we go to the gallery. We click on View Works in Progress. Okay, that's working. And you're wanting to make these images consistent. They're just going to come up what they are. Oh, actually, no, it crops it square. And unless you expand it. There it is. Alright. Yeah, it would be unless we change light boxes, it would be a bit of work changing that bit, I reckon. That's probably hard to make bigger, that bit. Or you could, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's enough anyway, you know, like you don't want to encourage people to be downloading too high quality stuff, eh? I mean, you can all, like, I could download that. Oh, actually, I can't the way it is, but, like, I'll just give you for example, like, I could just, like, screen capture it for a start, or you can always just go in and look at the code anyway, of where that image is, and then find it in that way. I won't do it quite now. Actually, it looks quite harder to find that image than usual. It's in there somewhere. I could find it and copy it out that way. So you can never really protect your image. Hey, what's all that noise up there? Was that just because I opened up different windows? Or oh no, that looks how the picture actually is. Some noise. Oh, is that a crease or something? Not sure. Anyway, alright, back to your email. Yeah, so we've talked about that. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about this in a second, this journal blog and testimonial page. And the social media link. How do I transfer those sites to business artist status? Not sure exactly what you mean there. Like Instagram, fine artist, bass player. That's kind of what I expect to see. I mean, like, it depends how much of your world you want to share with them. If you just want to be a painter and them not know that you're a rock and roller, but I don't quite see the point. I just think keep going how you are, personally. The reason that doesn't say follow is because I'm logged in as a client at the moment. I do follow you. What else? Yeah, it actually gives you the opportunity to change your profile to business if you want in Instagram. I haven't actually found any advantages of that yet, unless you want to actually pay to boost posts or something. Yeah, that's not enough hashtags there. Show your guy a follow on Insta that he's great. Is T-Bone. He's a young musician. He's from the States, and I think he must be a bit of a rich kid or something because he seems to have every instrument under the sun. But he's a great bloke. I really like him. He puts a new tune up every day. He'll even play tunes on request. Anyway, I go in there and hashtag some of his stuff sometimes. I should start doing that for you as well. If I see you on the radar more, I'll come in and, just add these hashtags, man. You got to get these daily hashtags in there. And you got to grind it every day. And that's already your professional thing. LinkedIn, so that's already professional, right? Can't make that much more professional. And Facebook, well, just start a new page if you want. Like if you don't have another page already. I mean, you've got the Plastic Fingers page. This isn't really a page. This is you. This is your profile. So if you wanted to start a new page, you just kind of come over here under your pages, see more, and you create a page. Make a new page and do an artist page. Yeah. What else? All right. So, finally, let's get back to this. Journal and blog. All right, so we haven't quite covered that yet, journal and blog part. So let's go over that now. Let's look at the pages again. Artist bio, contact gallery, journal. Okay, that's a draft. Cool. That's fine. That's what we'll use. Okay, let's go in there. Save it as a draft and publish it. Because no one can see it until you add it to the menu, right? Alright, so now under here, under settings, under reading, this is how we set the post page, your blog or your journal page. This is how we nominate it. So I had to make it be published so it could see that. And then we saved the changes. So now, when we go to the website, and we go to journal, here we go. And these are called your posts or your blogs. So this is what we've got to start working on next. Let's just go back into here for a sec. So here you know about pages now. Here's the posts. So there's the two posts, Little Desert and Hello World. So you can edit these. You can edit the title. You can edit the permalink. Notice how there's no spaces in the permalink? It'll always change that anyway. And here you could put in your first blog post in there, right? And then when that's done, add a featured image as well. And press update. Now look what happens to the journal page when we do that. And I just press refresh. Okay, there's the Hello World. Alright? So that's how the journal works. So get cracking on that. Add a few entries. You can edit the dates too. It doesn't you can actually change those dates. And I can turn off these comments if you want. So I kind of like having comments. See, this one's got this was a helpful comment to tell you what's going on. So I'll just explain that a bit more. So in posts, you've got all posts and oh, just a sec. Where's the comments? Oh, sorry. Let's just rewind a bit there. I'll let it take me there. So, the comments screen in the dashboard. Where's that again? I know where to find it if we go in there another way, but I'm just... Oh, there it is. Duh. Alright. So, there's the comments. And, see, it's got the settings there to mark it as spam or unapproved or whatever. We'll just trash it for now. and that goes into the trash. Empty the trash after a while. And so that's the journal. And it's like the same thing with to get this testimonials page, or I don't know, I'd probably be inclined to call it reviews. Look, I'll just check you haven't done that already. Testimonials. No. Alright, make a new page. Call it testimonials. Go into the back end editor and just start adding some elements. So add a row. I always like to work with rows within rows. It's just a bit more flexible, I think. And we can put the quotes in here. You can actually, I'm not sure if you like this format, but you can mark these things as quotes. That'll probably have the same format as well, so I'll just turn that off there. Press save, press publish, view the page. Alright. Yeah, that looks alright. I quite like that. Obviously, we've got to get it away from the top of the page, so what we'll do is we'll just introduce a bit of padding up there. I can't remember what I've used as the standard. Is it 50 pixels? I'll just press update and see what that looks like. Alright, that's away from there by that much. Oh, I see. No, there is no standard except for on contact. Yeah, I've gone 50 pixels. Yeah, sweet. Alright, so now just start adding to that testimonials page or reviews. We can either or. Alright, that's it for this one. I believe. I think I've answered everything. I hope I have. Yeah, I'm using Capto to record this. There's a lot of software that will record the screen for you like this. I think there's probably even some free ones. I like using Capto. Didn't pay much for it. I think I get a lot of stuff on software sales. I can send you links to some of the different sales pages that I like the most, like Liawo. For instance, I quite like Liawo. They've got a lot of good software and a lot of good specials on. I also like Mighty Deals for some software purchases. They don't always have what you're looking for, but yeah. So I've accumulated a lot of different software. I just look out for the deals mainly because otherwise it gets really expensive. That's why I was wondering what you were using as a photo editor. Alright, has that answered everything, mate? Like, you know, so yeah, you can put in a top bar, but I kind of think let's just shrink this down a bit and keep everything in here and just keep it nice and neat. Up to you. Let me know. Alright, that's it for now. Glad you're liking the videos. That's great. I'm glad you're benefiting.